live long and prosper. For Lent, I'm reading a chapter of the Bible a day. I'm presently reading Jeremiah. I love Star Trek, and when I saw this on the news, it got me to thinking.
This morning, spring break gone wild.
Welcome to Miami!
In Miami Beach, crowds of young people out in force despite the coronavirus threat.
How can these three different things possibly be connected? Now, for those who know me, I'm a geek. I enjoy science fiction, and I work for the NHS, so I'm still working. So I get annoyed when people don't follow the rules regarding social distancing. So I got thinking about rules. First, rules like social distancing. Our Desborough shops are doing a fantastic job with this. The other day I patiently waited to go shopping and then observed the 2-metre rule because there were lovely marks on the floor to tell me how far to keep away. I got the weekly shopping done for everybody. So well done to all those shop workers who are still working like Trojans. Next, rules about Star Trek. Now those who know Star Trek know that there's a prime directive. The first and foremost, the biggest rule of them all. And basically, in Star Trek terms, it's how you treat others. How you're kind to them and look after them. But I'm here to talk about biblical rules. Did you know there are 613 laws in the first 5 books of the Bible alone? In Exodus chapter 20 verses 2 to 17, this was distilled down to 10. They were given to Moses. Do you know your 10 commandments? But I bet you can name some of them. Then in Matthew chapter 22 verses 37 to 39, Jesus tweaked the rules again. In fact, all the way down to 2. Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This was the first and greatest commandments. But the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbours as thyself. Later in the Bible, Paul gave us in Philippians 2:13 and 14, he gave us one rule. One directive, a prime directive if you will, which can be summated very simply as be like him, meaning be like Jesus. Now of course this is a very, very easy thing to say, but an extremely hard thing to do. Giving love unconditionally, forgiving pain, truly forgiving your enemies. So many aspects of our lives will be changed by obeying this one rule. So think on this. I'd like to pray now. As Jesus himself taught us in Matthew 6:9 to 13, in the traditional Anglican form. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive them that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. So to finish, we need faith of the heart to simply be like Jesus. So be like Jesus. Don't infect others, wash your hands, and be kind.